tonight, I will. I'm sorry I didn't make it on last night. It just got too late. Anyhow, um, let me find it on here and we will get started. Um, okay, the first person here is I love you for general. I love you, general. Well, you should be feeling pretty good over the next couple of weeks. It's like you got some nice positive energy coming in. Cause for celebration comes in around your perseverance paying off. Feeling a little better compensated or better respected around a work or business opportunity, your school, whatever you do all day. It also looks like things may be moving forward for you pretty quickly. Fire sign enters that could be of significance, brand new energy. Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Oh, good morning. Here it's afternoon. Oh, good morning. Well, maybe you're in California or on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. Anyhow, I tend to have like a very late start. I don't know. I don't know how I used to do it when I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go teach yoga. Because now, like, I'm barely getting to bed by 4 o'clock in the morning. But I've always, like, by nature, I've been a night person my whole life. And now, since I'm sort of on my own schedule, yeah, it's even more so. Anyhow, T-Vet General. T-Vet General. Could have a new job or business opportunity, but this might be like a personal thing, like a side hustle or a personal business. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're working for someone else. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan makes you feel relief. It makes you feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You're listening to your intuition. You get contact or communication from someone who you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Money comes in with the Nine of Pentacles, and overall, you should be feeling like you're seeing some good karma come back to you. It also looks like the energy around you seems to lighten and you're feeling much more positive and focused as we move through September and into October. Georgia, love for the next few days. You might be feeling undecided about love. You could have somebody who, with the Six of Pentacles, is putting in a lot of effort. They may be doing all the right things, but because they maybe didn't always do the right thing, you may be kind of second guessing them. It looks like things could change for the better for you quickly, but you're cautious, which I always think is smart. You could have new energy that comes in. You could have a brand new water sign that comes in pretty strong. Maybe that's the person that you don't trust. It's like somebody new could enter. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Listen to your intuition. There is the opportunity to move on to greener pastures in the next few days. Cynthia, he asked me to move back. He wants me back and misses me. Should I move back? Will it turn out good or should I stay away? I wouldn't go back. If somebody has disappointed you more than one time and you've returned to them, chances are they're just going to keep doing it. You'll go back and you'll be abused just the way you were. I wouldn't. You're going to have to make your decision yourself, but this person has treated you horribly. They're not, like, people don't change overnight. Nobody changes in 2 weeks. If you go back, it's going to be a disaster. But you got to make your decision. The cards can only tell you what comes up. And the energy of the situation is that this person has never treated you right. You're not going to go back and all of a sudden they're going to have an epiphany. You'll go back, do whatever it is that they want to do, and then you'll find yourself right back in the same situation, being disrespected. More arguments will come in, and you'll be right back in the same situation. But you have to make that decision. The cards can't. You know, it's like And I've been in the situation before, waiting for something to change, waiting for something to get better. Maybe he'll realize now. No. The only way anybody realizes is when they can't have you back and you've moved on to someone else. That's when you see real change. But if you go back every time they ask you to come back, and then at a certain point, it becomes our fault. You know, like I think to myself, how many times did I need this person to fuck me over before I realized that I was doing it to myself? Like, why do you keep going back? And I mean, it took me a long time. I mean, it took me years. I think it was about 8 years. 2005. Well, it was about 8 years, yeah. And then finally I'd had enough. And when I finally had enough and moved on with my life, that's when all of a sudden I saw a change in him. I wouldn't go back, but you have to make your own decision. That sort of indicate that it would be a disaster if you went back. But that being said, you have to do what you want. Emin, I'm very confused about my career. I wanted in depth a little bit about staying in my current job or really finding something new, but the struggle is I want an equal company to mine. Well, I mean, I don't know how much in depth you want me to go. It's like it's either you stay or you go. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always going to be better opportunities. If you stay somewhere, you're going to stay stagnant. You can only go so far, right? Every year, they're only going to give you X amount of cents or X amount of dollars for a raise, and every year it's going to get less and less. If you were to move and change companies, you start at a different place. My suggestion wouldn't be to not stay, because I think that was a huge mistake that most of us make, especially people that are like, oh, I've been working for the same company for 20 years. Same person working for the same company for 20 years and someone who's changed jobs 3 times, you know, maybe stayed for 5 years or 7 years, that person will be making significantly more. If you've been in the same situation for the past couple of years and you feel stagnant, cause for celebration comes in with a new opportunity that leads to greater success. It's up to you. It's about really what you feel comfortable with. Me, in my life, I never felt comfortable with change, maybe even less than the average person did. So I was more comfortable with earning less and being comfortable where I was. I didn't want to take a risk. But it looks like with this current company, you might feel like you put in a whole lot of effort and you don't see much of a payoff. You know, like I said, no company is going to give you a significant amount of money. Like, for example, I had a friend once who said, she's like, well, they're giving me a $2,000 a year raise. And she thought that she was going to be taking home so much more money. And I'm like, idiot, do the math. $2,000 a month is how much? If they gave me $1 an hour a raise, that's $40 at the end of the week. After taxes, what was I bringing home? An extra $17? So in 2 years, what was I bringing home? An extra $34? Not even, because our healthcare kept going up. So they kept taking more out for our healthcare. If you've been feeling static and like you're not going anywhere, I would just start looking around. You don't have to make any decisions. You don't have to take anything, but see what's out there and see what you get offered. Because I think that now is the time to explore new opportunities, especially if you've been feeling like, hey, I've put in a lot of hard work. I don't see much of a payoff. There are choices out there. That's what I would say. And that's pretty much, I kind of feel the same way with everybody. The only person that I would not say that to would be someone who's working for a company or like a job where you have to put in so much time before you get to the next level. Like if you're working for, I can't think of anything. I had a boyfriend that was in one of the unions. Yeah, he was in the electricians union. That kind of a job, it's like you have to put in so much time as an apprentice, but then you're going to the next level. Then you put in so much time as whatever that level is, and then you go to the next level. So those jobs are a little different. But working for a company, I feel like your best bet is to look around, see what you can get, because you'll probably get hired at much more than you're making now. Anyhow, but if you're not comfortable with change, which Lord knows I wasn't, that could be a whole, you know, like that. If that's what's holding you back, the fear of change, rather than the fear of, like you're not going to take a job for less than you're making now. You just wouldn't take it. If they offered you less money, why would you change? You won't. So you're not going to get into a company that's less than what you have now. It would be more. But with that, you have to figure out what it is that's holding you back. Is it fear, or is it, hey, I really like this place, or I don't really care so much about the money. Simmer on spirit messages. Spirit cards. Four of Earth. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions or giving to those less fortunate. The Sun. Archangel Uriel. A happy outcome. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Six of Air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. Possibility of taking a trip. A. Hamilton. Do you see me getting my refund from my old job this month or next month? Okay, let's see. Will the refund come this month? Next month? I think it comes next month. I think in the month of October. I feel like they shouldn't make you wait for it. They should just give it to you. But they may make you wait. Or it could be, you know, the accounts payable cycle is slow. Love always, General. You've got a wish. Put it out into the universe. A Virgo enters that could be of significance. You got money coming in. The love cup is full. A Taurus enters. Looks like you got some nice new energy coming in. Sagittarius enters, and you have the opportunity for travel coming up sometime this fall. Cause for celebration comes in. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Could be for business, could be for pleasure, but whatever it is, it's positive. Three of Pentacles, you may be feeling like you're starting solid business partnerships, or you have nice business opportunities that are pretty reliable on the horizon. Alessandra, does Juan the cook actually have an interest in me, or is he just a flirt? Okay. Does Juan the cook have a legitimate interest in me? I think he does have a legitimate interest. And it seems like you got some nice karma coming back to you. I would say he is interested, yeah. Julie, any changes between me and C? Yeah, you might feel like things are starting to move forward and like the hard work you put in comes back to you, and you could feel like he's putting in more effort as we move through the rest of September and into October. I don't see a commitment here just yet, but it does look like you may be spending more time with one another. Your perseverance has paid off. Negativity has moved into the past, and there's a little bit more divine timing guiding you. Go to the top. Priyanka, love. You have a wish when it comes to love. Put it out into the universe. You might be making a decision to walk away from something or someone that you feel no longer serves you, or like they're not putting in enough effort, or you may feel like they've treated you unfairly. When you let go of something that doesn't work, a new love comes in with the love cup full, and it could be with a Virgo. It also looks like you may meet this person through divine timing, but you also have a Scorpio entering. You have growth, change, and transformation coming to your love life if you're willing to kind of explore your options. Cinch, 24 hours. Something should happen over the next 24 hours that makes you happy and feeling very successful. There may be a new venture on the horizon. That may be what it is, and it could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Sparkly, Pisces energy towards me. Pretty good. Things are changing for the better quickly, and there could be a new journey or something spontaneous that pops up. Vicky, love between Jay and I for the next 2 weeks. You might be feeling a little bit like you have a long road ahead of you, and you could be feeling like not much is changing or like the timing is poor. But I think at some point over the next 2 weeks, things do change for the better quickly, and he's not holding himself back so much. Communication picks up. I don't know if you're going to see him that soon, but communication should pick up over the next 2 weeks. Well, really, thank you. I feel like I got dressed really quickly. Anyhow, thank you. Empress. Will I get the job offer from UTD in Circe's lab? Will I get the job from UTD in Circe's lab? I think you will, but I think that it might take time. I don't think it happens right away. I don't know if it's like a cycle and like there's a certain time that you have to apply, or I don't know. It doesn't look like it happens immediately, but I think you'll get the job. It's just there may be a delay around it. Julie, what did he do last night? I think he was home. I think he was by himself. Rest, relaxation, and self-care. May have been tired or worn out or not feeling that great. I met someone new tonight. AK are his initials, and I had chemistry with him. Is it going to lead to a potential romantic relationship? Yeah, you got 70% chance yes, but you also have the strength card. So yeah, something could come of it that's pretty strong, long-lasting relationship is possible. There is potential. Emmett, I want to know the thoughts that Kay has about me. It looks like he's got a romantic interest. It looks like he thinks that you're a nice person. He wants to explore the opportunity, and communication should come in. So he's like ready, willing, and able to see where it could go. Alessandra, okay, so how soon would he try to make more moves towards me? Well, I think that, I don't know if you're flirting back with him, but if he's flirting with you and you're flirting back with him and he starts to feel a little bit more confident that the two of you are kind of on the same wavelength, things can move forward pretty quickly before the end of September or the beginning of October. And it looks like he'll be prepared to be, like Six of Pentacles relationship is something that's well balanced. It's also something that's like easy. Like you don't have to wait for the phone call. The phone call just comes. So he seems to have a lot of respect. As soon as he gets like, he feels like the two of you are on the same page with the flirting, things move forward relatively soon, within the next couple of weeks. I think anyway. Red, Did Shun leave the wet towels? Did Shun leave the wet towels? Yes. Are you disappointed? Because there's disappointment around it. Yeah, I would say that they did. Julie, but when will I start working and how long until I start working again? Since I got a card now, about when will I start working? You should start working in October, soon. Whatever it is that you need to do to be ready, you'll probably get that done in September, and then you'll start at the beginning of October. It shouldn't be long. Amber, will I hit the lotto? Not anytime soon, no. I won't say never because, you know, it could be coming down the line somewhere, but not in the immediate future. No, I would say not before the end of the year. If you keep having dreams, like this is, I've never hit anything, like anything substantial. Maybe a couple of dollars, but you know, the woman that I see, I haven't seen her in a really long time, but whenever like money comes up around me, if I have like nothing coming in, like there's no reason that I should be having like a large sum of money come in, she'll say to me, when you think about it, just stop in and play like a number or do a random. She said like don't overthink it and don't do it every day. But like if you just happen to be walking past a convenience store and you think about it in that moment, that's when you go in and you know get pick 3 or pick 4 or whatever it is in your state. But she said that you don't have to do it every day. It's sort of like when you feel like, hey, maybe I'll play lotto. That's when you go and do it. Do I listen? No. When I worked at A&P and I was with the lotto machine, I used to do it then, but I haven't played lotto since I left A&P. Anyhow. Anyways. Summer, I have demonic nightmares. What shall I do? You know, funny. Funny. Because somebody recently told me that I should work on like removing entities. And sometimes, you see, in your case, it's being presented to you like you know what it is. But interesting. The person that I was talking to made a lot of sense. And she said, and the person that I was talking to was Lori from Passages of Light. Passages of Light, I think is the name of her YouTube channel, just in case anyone's interested. She said that evil doesn't usually present itself as being evil, right? Evil usually comes in another way. So a lot of times we don't know that we're dealing with evil. And the person themselves may not be evil, but there may be something evil attached to them. And that's what's bringing the situations together. So for me, like she said, sometimes it's not that you become evil or you have a lot of bad things that happen to you, but sometimes you just wind up losing your faith in everything. I've noticed, I've even said it, that I don't have the faith in things that I used to have. Anyway, the suggestions always, like I would do sage, bathe with salt. I would sprinkle salt around the outside of your house. If you live in an apartment, you could put it outside your front door. You can use wear a black crystal, especially like tourmaline, obsidian, green malachite also is great for protection. Just make sure that you cleanse them frequently. Will help with the negativity. And then also just wishing it away. Like just saying out loud, anything evil, I don't want you here, go away. Push it away. Whereas, you just speak it out. Anything evil around here, you're not welcome. I always open the window when I do things like that, though. Burn sage and push it out, because you can get it. If you don't want it around you, it can't stay. But it could fuck you up in a lot of ways that you don't think. You know, like we think of like even evil demons coming in with like pitchforks and stabbing at us and like craziness, but it doesn't always happen like that. It could be like very subtle, the negativity or the evil people and evil situations. Sage, salt. I mean, these things are relatively easy, and most of the time you have them in your house. Yeah, I don't really feel like you have all that much evil around you. It could be some subconscious shit that's in the back of your brain that's just getting pushed forward, and you may be kind of cleansing your subconscious. Another thing that you can do, one of my friends suggested, and I do this, you take a bowl of salt water and you put it underneath your bed. Just make sure that you take that bowl of water and you discard it every night and redo it. It's supposed to absorb the negativity or the negative shit, and then you get rid of it. Now, my bed now goes right to the floor. I have no under the bed, so I'll put it on the back of the headboard. Really, if you get nightstand, whatever, or salt lamps too are helpful if you don't want to get into the whole water thing. I think it's really important too that you don't keep stagnant water around, because that can call in spirits. Make sure you get rid of it. But that question reminds me that I need to sage this whole house today. It's not that big of a house, but I have new stuff. Because I'm not fucking around with any of these demons. I can't. Red, what does Sean want me to know right now? They feel stuck, right? I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but they feel stuck. They're the hangman. They also may be dealing with a hurt. I don't know if that hurt has something to do with between the two of you, or if they're dealing with a hurt that is just screwing them up right now. They also may want to know that they have wishes and hopes. They may be feeling undecided. They may be unsure of what to do. They may feel like, if you haven't spoken to this person, you should hear from them. They may be struggling with decisions. They may actually ask you. They may ask for your opinion with a decision. Basically, this person's feeling very stuck and like they can't get out of their own way and that nothing is getting any better. I can totally relate. Totally relate. Red, what message did Locke have for me yesterday? What message did Locke have for me yesterday? All right, I don't know exactly because I don't know who this person is to you, but it looks like the message was about moving forward, moving on to greener pastures and starting a new journey. And it could be about a decision that they recently made, and it may have something to do with a business opportunity. You'll find out. You're going to find out about it. Eva, what does Darren B think of me? What does Darren B think of me? Thinks that you're hardworking, intelligent, attractive, and a little bit mysterious. You don't hold yourself back. You're very successful, well-prepared, kind-hearted, and sincere. They also may think that you're very perseverant. Amber, who's my next love? Somebody comes in that makes an offer that would be hard to turn down, brings in cause for celebration. Listen to your intuition, and it might be with a Leo. But you may have to make a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you in order for this Leo to step up front and center. Sailing. What's the Pisces X feelings and actions next to me? Pisces right now is feeling a little bit argumentative. I wouldn't expect much with the Hermit because it's like they're feeling stuck. They're feeling like they're not, like the Hermit is they're not communicating. They may feel like they put in a whole lot of hard work and then they're not seeing much of a payoff. And they also may be legitimately hurt by the situation. I wouldn't wait for this person to reach out to you with the Hermit, because you could be waiting a really long time. I would reach out to them if you want to see an improvement or if you want communication. I wouldn't wait. I would reach out to them. Summer, I started using a pendulum. What could be the reason? What could be the reason that you're guided to the pendulum? Well, I mean, it's a simple way to answer questions, yes or no. It looks like that may be the way that you start your journey, but you may move past that. You may find that that leads you to the next thing. For me personally, I always felt like my arm shook too much and I felt like I was influencing it. It's only my opinion. You might not feel the same way. But this may be the beginning of opening up the door to spiritual practices, and it may lead you to something else. That may be the real reason. UAF Angel Oracle. Ooh, these look good. Okay, the first one you got here is ask and receive. $22. Ask and you shall receive. Your angel guide wants you to know that help is available. You're being encouraged to shift your perceptions and recognize that even in the most difficult situations of circumstances, a miracle is possible. Whatever miracle you need, it's available to you now. Your angel guide is encouraging you to recognize that you may have been blocking support by saying no to the things that you wanted to say yes to, and asking you to change that now. When you begin to say yes to the experiences that light you up, you usher in increased levels of support from your life to your life. You may find that your prayers aren't being heard, but that isn't true. We were just talking about that not long ago. Angels have heard you and are suggesting you take time to assess where you work or relationships that you may be take time to assess where you work or relationships that you may be creating barriers to success. When you are open to seeing and doing things differently, you'll experience the answers and miracles that you need. You're being encouraged to pray from a specific space of gratitude now. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you align with the energy, with the miraculous. Heaven is encouraging you and welcomes the support in every area of your life. But I feel like you do the gratitude thing because you just went to that church. Anyway, keep doing that, because that seems to be the message there. And then this one here, inner child healing. Let's see what that's all about. $60. The inner child is part of your psyche that represents our childhood. Everyone, no matter who they are, has traumatic childhood experiences that may be impacting their life today. And you've endured so much in your life, you're a real survivor. Drawing this card indicates that no matter what has happened, you have found a way to move forward. You may feel that you have had to grow up so quickly and abandon your innocence in order to survive. But know that when you reflect, review, and release anything from your childhood that could be holding you back, the next phase of your life will be supported. This isn't about forgetting about taking time to send loving energy to your inner child to ensure them assure them that they make it through the day and become an incredible person you are today. I mean, the inner child, I think, definitely plays a role in what goes on. Anyhow. This card brings radical healing, understanding, and love to your inner child. It shows that your guardian angel is wrapping their loving arms around you right now, nurturing your inner child and encouraging you to unleash your childlike senses. See the world through the eyes of a child. There is so much wonder and opportunity out there. It's time to have some fun. What can you do to feel light? What can you do to express yourself? Have you stopped yourself from doing something because you feel you're too old? It's time to reclaim your innocence and express yourself in a way that is filled with excitement, wonder, and adventure. It's time for your inner child to be healed. I think these two cards are great for just about anyone. Right? I mean, I feel like most of us that resonates with the inner child and the ask you shall receive, because I don't know, I feel like this is a time where too many people are kind of like at that fear, in the fear vibration. And I think that we need to kind of bust through that to get to the next level. I think I'm up to summer. Oh, I did that one. I did that one. I'm up to UAF. Advice regarding the move. Why is my partner not as involved? Okay, let's see. Well, you know what? It's like he may be feeling, it's not that he's not looking forward to the move or he doesn't want the move. I mean, that looks like something that's going to do you both well. I think that for him, he may be suffering from indecision, or he may be feeling like, just like things for him seem a little stagnant, or he feels like not everything is moving forward so great for him with his career or with whatever's going on in his life, his confidence, his whatever, self-worth. And I think that that's kind of what is putting a damper on everything for him. You know, it's like, you know how like one thing goes wrong and then everything else in your life kind of sucks for a minute? That's sort of how he's feeling. He's going to move past it. And when you guys actually move, he'll be really excited about it. Happiness comes out, his attitude changes, and things move forward pretty quickly. But he just could be going through it right now, feeling disappointed and feeling like, you know, a lot of people have been feeling like that. Like, nothing is moving forward. I'm stuck in this place. I can't see a way out of it. When is something going to change? I've been hearing it a lot. I've even felt that way. So I kind of get it. And it's kind of like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Because once you start to feel better, things usually then start to get better. And when things start to get better, you usually feel better. So as time starts to move on, things are going to start to fall into place for him a little bit more, which is then going to make him more excited about the move. He is happy about it. He just is like, I don't know. He's like, he's got like a kind of like the weight of the world is on him. Like he's not feeling like things are moving forward for him fast enough, and it's kind of taking a toll. Vicky, I got a phone app with my gastroenterologist. Oh, forget about me saying that. Gastroenterologist. Tuesday, how will it go? It should go well. You got a wish around the situation, you've got good luck around the situation, and you've got good karma around it. It should go well. UAF, I'm extra anxious about the move now. Should I not go through with it and find something else? Okay, should we not go through with the move? Cards don't indicate that you should give up that place, no, or change directions. I think that having a good conversation about it might do you well. Yeah, no, I don't think that you should change the course. Yeah, I don't blame you for being anxious, but I don't think that finding something else is going to make the issue different. Like, I don't think the issue for him is the move as so much it is his life. I don't blame you for feeling anxious, though. Oh, the place is too far. And it's frustrating because I feel like I'm giving up stuff to help him. but he isn't putting in much effort, and I keep telling him that it's exhausting. See, yeah, that, yeah. Like, spending too much time occupying like one person's, it's like it has to be balanced. If it's not balanced, it's going to go out of balance, right? So if you're trying to accommodate him, but in the meantime, screwing yourself over, I wouldn't suggest that. I would suggest trying to meet somewhere halfway. And it depends how permanent this move is. Somebody just bought a place in here. I want to say they bought it, maybe they bought it at the beginning of the year. They've already sold it. So just because you buy something doesn't mean you can't move if you're not happy, or rent it out, or use it as rental property, or whatever you do. But I think that if you make a decision to do something and you're both going to move towards that, you both have to be on the same page. You can't just do what's going to make him happy. You both have to be happy. Otherwise, I think you'll end up resenting it later on. Julie, what's C's reason for spending more time? Is it due to him trying to figure out when I go to R's house since the girl is going back to school? Is C spending more time have anything to do with my time with R because the kid's going back to school? Well, it's a combination of things. That's part of it. But he also does enjoy your company. He kind of he can be his own worst enemy because he could be really happy with something and really excited about something, but yet pull his energy back because he's an idiot. And he does stupid things, and he doesn't really think too much about the future. He thinks more about the moment. And then he doesn't, at the same time that he's not thinking about the future long term, he is thinking about whether or not he's going to be the one that gets screwed over. So, I mean, he wants to spend time with you because he does want to spend time with you. He also wants to know about your whereabouts. So there is there's a whole bunch of reasons. He wants to know what's going on. Jay, how'd the Taurus feel when she saw me at work yesterday? Good. She was happy to see you. It's like a wish that comes true. She was a little bit anxious or nervous. That just may be how she is. She feels that you're ambitious, perseverant, attractive, hardworking, unique. She may also think that you're slow, steady, and stable. I think she was happy to see you. I also think that she's usually happy to see you. Sometimes she might get a little nervous. She may have been a little nervous last night. Impression, do you see long-lasting relationship with either guy that I'm thinking of? Mm-hmm. You get a 70% chance, yes, there's long-lasting potential around whoever it is that you're thinking of. And it would go up higher if one of those people is an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I don't know what their signs are, but if one of them is an earth sign, I would say that there's greater than a 70% chance. Adonis, I asked a witch for a reconciliation ritual to help my situation with Vivi. What's the outcome for this ritual when it comes to fruition? I'm always skeptical about that kind of, who you're dealing with. Let's see. Well, you see, like the way sometimes things work in a bizarre way sometimes. So it's like the way it looks like this works is like when you listen to your intuition, there may be a little bit of sharp energy that happens between the two of you. But then that moves into the past and the choice is yours as to whether or not things move forward. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders, communication comes in, and the relationship seems to grow and stabilize. I think that things will move forward for you and her. Thing is that when it comes to manipulating energy, I feel like depending on who it is and what's being done, I don't like sometimes things have a weird way of working. And that's why sometimes I'm skeptical. Like it depends like who's doing it and what they're doing. Because sometimes I don't know, like it's like be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. And like that could be the problem. Anyway, good luck with it. Mihak, when will I go back to meet my husband in Dubai? Could be sometime this winter. I think before the end of the year. Sure, G's energy towards me, he's distant, and it starts worrying me we're physically apart. Okay, G's energy. The energy is a little bit negative. Yeah, there's negativity around the situation. If somebody's being distant, then that's what I would do. I would let them have their space. I wouldn't try to force anything. I don't think it's going to make things better. I think it'll make things worse. I would just kind of back off a little bit, give it a couple of days, give it a week, and then see where you're at. Because cards indicate that there is negativity around the situation. There may even be a little bit of deceit. And things are a little bit upside down. I would give it some space. Isabella, what bring me next week? What's going to happen next week? All right, what does next week bring? You may be feeling relief around money or finances. It also looks like you're no longer holding yourself back. You may make a decision to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you because you're stepping into your own strength. Air sign comes in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You're no longer holding yourself back. Happiness comes in. Nav, my vet clinical externship is going well, but will be over in less than a month. Answered the written interview questions for the job in Canada via email. Will I be offered both? Okay, will I be offered both Canadian and Bahrain jobs? It could be. You got a 70% chance yes, and news comes out of the blue quickly. No, it's fine. You can ask as many times as you want. Vihar, when will my father come out of his negativity that's surrounding our family? See, a lot of people going through this negativity shit. I totally get it. Should be within the next 5 weeks. You should see a significant change in the next 5 weeks, and then you should see another big change next spring. What's that noise? Must be something outside. Esha, will Nathan reach out and communicate soon? I would say, yeah, maybe before the end of the month. Julie, When will C come over again? Sometime before the end of September, or could be as soon as 9 days. I would say, what's today's the 11th? 9 days would be the 20th. I would say within the next week or two. Vicky, last question I'm going to ask about him. Well, how did he feel about the text I sent last night? He said, yes, you are, but I don't know what he meant. Okay. Okay, I don't know what the text said, but the cards indicate that he took it as a joke. He thought it was funny and spontaneous. This is like out of the blue, funny, spontaneous, happy. It was a good thing, and it maybe even gave him a good chuckle. He may have laughed at it. It was good. It was positive. And he was happy. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was very good. Julie, next 6 weeks. Next 6 weeks, it looks like romance should heat up. Things should be moving forward, and you're heading on to greener pastures, especially around work or business. Making a decision to move forward with your life. You've got an earth sign that comes in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. It also looks like you got some money coming in. There's a Leo around. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something, and things tend to move forward pretty quickly. I think the next 6 weeks go by fast. Oh, somebody, I bet you my neighbor's trying to get something out there started. That's what it is. I thought, you want to know what I thought it was? I thought it was Dylan scratching something and shaking the bed. But no, it sounds like. Doesn't sound like it's doing too good. Jupiter, rest of September. Rest of September. Rest of September looks pretty good. Your perseverance pays off. You're no longer feeling burdened by the weight of the world. The energy around you is much lighter. You got money coming in. You have the opportunity for travel. You also may have a water sign come in out of the blue. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. They could be of significance. Looks like you got some good luck coming in. A Libra comes in that could be of significance. No longer feeling stuck, but feeling as if life is moving forward. Could be picking up a creative hobby that you get a lot out of or that you thoroughly enjoy. And you have a Taurus coming in too. Taurus comes in. Life seems to move forward with a light energy between now and the end of September. Bastet, why is Damien contacting me out of the blue? He's been feeling disappointed in something or someone. He's looking for some fun and spontaneity, and he's looking for like a wish to come true. He may be, I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but something didn't work out well for him, so now he's looking to like create a diversion for himself, which is not a, I hate to say it like that because it sounds like, oh, well, something didn't work out with so-and-so, so now he's coming to me. It's not really like that, though. It just, like, people always take it like that. But sometimes it's like you got to go out and experience something that really fucking sucks because that's life. And then it's like you realize either where you want to be or you want to try something else or you want to put your energy somewhere else. It looks like his energy is kind of legit, that he's looking to like have fun, spontaneity, good times. It doesn't look like it's anything super serious, but it looks like it's fun. I don't think his intentions are bad. Mountain. Mountain. I don't see it. Let me try this one. Wait a second here. Damn it. Hang on. Mountain. Yeah, everything's good. Happy Saturday. Will ACH be in contact with SLF before the end of the new week? Okay, let's see. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced communication comes in that quickly. Julie, why is he back on that site? Well, he doesn't really have his heart in it. He just kind of puts it out there to see who's out there, see what's going on, and it kind of makes him feel like he's putting it out into the world. He's got not much happening. It's like slow and stagnant. He's got a lot of anxiety around it, and nothing seems to be working. He's kind of feeling upside down. He feels kind of defeated. I would call him out on it. I would call him out on it. See what he says. But do it in person. Don't do it through text message. When you see him in person, call him out on it. See, get him in person when he doesn't have a chance to think about it and ask him, because I would love to see what his answer is. He probably like an idiot, because he doesn't even know why he does it. He doesn't know why he does half the things he does. He just thinks that it's for like the greater good. Meanwhile, he's like, hey, got one foot in and one foot out all the time. Martha, I see the super chat. I don't see the... Oh, there it is. Did I ran into cancer on accident or was he there on purpose? Okay, let's see. Was the cancer there on accident? Was he there on purpose? I would say he was there on purpose. I think he was there on purpose. I don't know where it was, but he meant to be there. T-Bet, what can I expect from Alex? I would say that your hard work that you put into the situation should pay off. He may be showing you a little bit more respect or putting in a little bit more effort. You may feel like he's a little bit more balanced and negativity around the situation or anxiety moves into the past. Magician, you guys could manifest more. I don't know what the relationship is, but you may see an improvement in it. T-Bet, D's intentions. D's intentions. Looks like communication is picking up. Could it be a romantic interest? Looks like romance heats up. Or that's at least what their intentions are for things to move forward towards greener pastures. Can everyone hear, or just Zara can't hear? Because maybe it's my thing. Maybe I gotta make the... Let me know if that helps. Maybe sometimes I turn down the volume and then I forget to turn it back up. Idiot. Anyway, let me know if that helps. LM. What is SL doing today? Sorry, I'm out of town and I'm just being a nosy parent and making sure he's not up to anything bad. All right, let's see. What is SL doing today? No, I don't think he's doing anything bad. He's got choices. He could have friends around. Does he have a girlfriend? There could be a romance. but it doesn't look like he's doing anything bad. It looks like maybe hanging out, home, stable, secure. Nothing. I don't think he's doing anything bad. Maybe hanging out with friends, maybe hanging out with a love interest, but it's nothing. Not getting into trouble, I don't think. You know, looks like stable, hanging out at home, not doing much of anything. But I don't think that they would be alone. I think they may have friends around. Jay, one card for each age range. When can I get full-time combo driver gig at UPS? Early 30s. Four of Pentacles, you could. How about middle 30s? Two of Pentacles, well balanced. Late 30s. Love cup is full. Early 40s. Six of Swords, moving forward. I don't think you have to wait that long. So stability comes in when? In the early 30s. Balance comes in the mid 30s. You're doing something you love by your late 30s, and you're moving forward. But I don't think that this is the driving. I think you start driving well before your 40s. I'm going to say the early 30s. That's where I think it's going to happen. At the very latest, mid 30s. I just don't think you have to wait that long. Jupiter, will I find committed love before the end of the year? I think you will. Yeah. Mo, general. Might have the opportunity to travel in the near future. Feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain, you could breathe a sigh of relief, taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And there could be a new job opportunity on the horizon. Negativity and anxiety moves into the past. Taurus enters, or you could be entering a committed relationship with that card. It also looks like you may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study, and you're prepared for it. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries serves you well, and no longer holding yourself back. Going after whatever it is that you want seems to work out good. Mo, love reading and the signs that you see. Well, you do have new love on the horizon with the love cup full. No longer feeling burdened, the ability to manifest new opportunities. You got a Sagittarius that comes in, a wish that comes true around a Capricorn. You also have a new journey possible with an Aquarius. Somebody from your past could be returning. Jesus. There's a Libra here. Cause for celebration comes in when you listen to your intuition. And once again, laying down the law, setting up boundaries serves you well around love. I think you got new energy coming in. I don't know if we've seen a Sagittarius and Aquarius around you before. There may be new energy. Prussian, will I be able to move into a quiet apartment in this building later on? Yeah, you got a 70% chance. Yes, there's room for growth, change, and transformation in that building itself. Julie, I got another candle to reverse negativity between me and that person. Will this one work? I believe it will. Mountain. You're probably tired of these. No, it's fine. I had ACH decided to cultivate a connection with someone new rather than trying to work on our I don't see anyone else of significance around him, no. Nope. Julie, I'm still meeting C's mom as you've seen before, or did that time pass? I think you're still going to meet his mom, maybe before the end of the year. Bianca, love reading Libra here. Things seem to move forward when you listen to your intuition. You have a new journey on the horizon with Sagittarius. It also looks like you could have a Leo coming in that may be of significance. You've got Libra and Sagittarius that come in strong. Out of the clear blue sky, all of a sudden your romance may heat up, but you'll find yourself having choices. Things move forward towards a committed relationship if that's what you want sometime this fall. I would say with either a Leo or a Sag. Maggie, will I and P be spending Christmas or New Year's Eve together? I don't think this year. It's not coming up strong enough for me to say yes. Malapale, what lies ahead for me and him? There could be third-party interference in this situation, but the Three of Cups in reverse, and you might not be listening to your intuition. I would say figure out what exactly it is that you want or you expect from this situation, because you might find yourself getting disappointed, or this third party may be like sharp energy. There's sharp energy here that you may never seem to get the relationship off the ground. I would say it's your choice as to the way where things go, because that third party may be interfering for quite some time. So you have to make a decision whether or not this is something that you really want to be involved in. Danny, why the Sagittarius isn't blowing me off all day? Is he with another woman? Love interest and not a friend. Okay, is he with another woman that is a love interest? He could be. I don't know what your relationship is with him, but he looks like he's not being honest about his whereabouts. There is deceit here, and there may be some hurt. I don't know if you've caught this person. I don't know what your relationship is. If you're in a committed relationship, then obviously he shouldn't be with anybody else right now. If you're not in a committed relationship, but you want to be, and like you don't want him with anyone else, that may be where the hurt comes in. But yeah, he's distant because he wants space. Yeah, and could be with somebody else right now. With it's pretty sure that there's someone else around him. Yeah, and there's deceit. I don't think he's telling you the truth. Emma, will Phil come to my house? I think you could get him to your house eventually. I'm getting only a 33% chance, but at some point he doesn't hold himself back. It might take work. Like you may have to really work at it to get him to come, but I think eventually you can get him there. Mo, what sign do you see me being with my next relationship? Sagittarius. You had a Sagittarius around? I don't know who this is now all of a sudden showing up so strong. Sagittarius comes up strongest. Let's see what comes up next. Libra. Sagittarius comes up strongest, and then comes Libra. And then you got a Capricorn. Sagittarius, Libra, Capricorn. Negativity moves into the past regardless. Regardless of who you move forward with. I don't know who that Sagittarius, maybe somebody new. Emma, why is Jay thinking of me now? Does he mean me harm? Does Jay mean me harm? No, I don't think that he means you harm, but I do think that he's a little bit controlling. I think he wants what he wants when he wants it. And I think that if he's reaching out to you or he's putting effort in now, it may be because it's convenient for him. I don't necessarily think that he means you harm. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be very empathetic or care too much about other people's feelings. So you could get hurt just by being associated with him. But I don't think he intentionally means to hurt you. Jay, one card for each year. I could quit my full-time job at the grocery store. 2022. What was that one? The King of Cups. I don't think so with the King of Cups in 2022. 2023. Ten of Swords. That's interesting. Ten of Swords could be cutting ties. It's like an old wound. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that with this one. With the 2023 one, because it could be that you feel like you're hurting, so you stay there. I don't know. I'm not convinced with 2022 or 23 just yet. 2024. 2024, you could. You've got the Two of Pentacles, feeling balanced. 2025. Four of Pentacles, feeling financially stable. I would say 2024, 25. That's what I think. Queen Mother, should I get a second job to stick with this one? Should I get a second job to stick with this one? Oh, you met a Sagittarius last night? Damn. Well, there you go. I don't think that you need to get a second job unless you really want to for extra cash. I mean, it does show that that would bring in like feeling a little bit more like business partnerships that function well, but it doesn't look like it's necessary. Emma, what if I choose to not let Jay back in? That probably would be in your best interest because this person seems to be somewhat of a disaster in their own right, and they seem to have sharp energy. If you don't let them back in, tell them that you're dating someone else, you're seeing someone else, you're just not that interested, they'll leave you alone. They'll leave you alone, they'll go away. And that may be best. Emmett is AK single. Yes, I believe so. Emma, why wasn't I good enough for Jay? You know what? It's not a question. Like everybody that asks these questions that are like, why am I not good enough, or will they choose me? Those questions are coming from a very low vibrational period, a space or a time period. You know, like sometimes like if you're feeling low in your life, you'll call in these people that will show you that you're not good enough. That's like a soul wound, right? It keeps happening because that's what we believe. So situations keep presenting themselves to us that reinforce the negative belief. It's not a question of not being good enough. It's like it's an energy kind of a thing. When you're more into someone, or you're more eager, or you really want something to happen, and your like energy is like ready to pounce, that energy becomes not so attractive because it's available. I mean, I feel like it shouldn't work like this, but this is how it does. The person that has a little bit of mystery to them tends to be more attractive energetically. The person that is like, when are we going to date? When are we going to move in? When are we going to get married? We're going to have kids. When's it going to happen? And before the end of the year, I want to know. We're going to be like that energy is very. It repels. It repels people. So the idea that you're even questioning why you weren't good enough makes you not good enough. Like it's almost like I worked with this woman, Joanne. Joanne, I don't know how old she was, but to me she was old. When I was 15, I don't know, maybe she was 30, 35, something like that. I remember her saying once, why would anybody ever want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with them? If somebody doesn't want to be with you, why would you want to be with that person? And in the moment when she said it to me, it made so much sense. Like, why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you? But yet I'd found myself in so many times in my life where I did want to be with someone who didn't want to be with me. Why? Because it's a soul wound thing. It's like, if you hate my guts and you find me so unattractive, but at some point I get you to pay attention to me, or you tend to make me feel good for the moment, it almost makes me feel as if I'm worth something. It's not true. It's not true. You don't get your self-esteem from other people, you get it from you. So if you feel like you aren't good enough for him, it's because you don't think you're good enough for him. And asking the question brings you down vibrationally, because we're all equal, every one of us. Nobody's better than the other. Like, just because you have money doesn't make you better. Just because you got, I don't know, darker hair, lighter hair, shorter hair, bigger ass, smaller ass. Like, one person is not better than the other. We're all equal. So you questioning yourself brings you down. That's why you're not good enough. You're not good enough because you don't think you're good enough. You question yourself, and you really want to be in a relationship, which then repels people, because you care. It's like the energy of, well, he comes back when I no longer care about him. Exactly, because the energy is not repelling; it's pulling the person in. So when you don't care about somebody anymore, that's when they show up. It has nothing to do with being good enough or not being good enough, but that's how you feel. And because you feel that way, you keep having situations show you that that's the truth. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. She's better than me. She's better than me. She's better than me. She's better than me, which is all not true. None of it is true. But you think it's true. So the universe shows you that it's true. That gets presented to you. It's like if I said to you, sunflowers are my favorite flower, right? Now you'll go to walk down the street, you'll probably see 75 sunflowers because it was called to your attention. Well, you're focusing on not being good enough. So that's why everything is showing you that you're not good enough. Mel, Aquarius G or Aquarius P? Oh, man. All right, Aquarius G. Aquarius P. G comes up with more potential than P. I don't know which one's the new one, but G comes up with greater potential. Emma, Jay always put me down for my looks. Yeah, but you stood for that. So whose fault is it? You know what? Like, for everyone that puts, like, for every negative comment that he could say about your looks, there's somebody out there that could be attracted to those looks. It's like if you allow somebody to treat you like that, whose fault is it? Like, my grandmother used to say to me all the time, nobody can make you feel any way. You allow them to do it. Like, the first time he put you down for your looks should have been the last time. You should have said, listen, you ugly motherfucker, get the fuck out of my house and go abuse someone else. I don't need to be treated like this. That's it. But if you allow somebody to treat you like that, and then they use that to make themselves feel better, because they obviously feel very bad about themselves, because nobody needs to put somebody else down unless it makes them feel good. What do you get out of it? What do you get out of it? Nothing. Nothing. If you're abusive to someone, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're superior. What do you get out of it? But at a certain point, it becomes our fault. Just like every time I let someone ghost me and then took them back because they were sorry. They were sorry. They didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. They meant it. They meant it. They had no balls. They had no spine. They don't know how to do the right thing. So they just disappeared because that's what was easier. And every time I said, oh, yeah, I understand. Oh, I know you're going through a rough time, I got kicked in my ass again. I didn't get appreciated for it. But it was my fault because I kept accepting it. Don't accept it. What, you don't like my looks? Go fuck yourself. That's it. End of story. Now it's done. I make the decision who's in my life and not someone who puts me down. God knows I'm not perfect, but you're not either. That's it. Nobody's perfect. Who's perfect? Yeah, you see, you have to have enough respect for yourself not to tolerate that bullshit from people, because you know what? It's better off to be alone than to settle for somebody like that. But if you allow people to do that, it's like the girl that gets abused by, the guy, right? And then she keeps going back to him. Is it going to be different? Is it going to be different? Is he going to love me? Is he going to love me? He only loves me. He only loves me. No, he doesn't love you. He doesn't love you. He loves abusing you. He gets off on that. But at some point, she's got to make the decision that I'd rather die alone by myself than ever have to fucking look at you again. When she gets to that point, she's at a powerful place. Now she calls in higher people. She doesn't stand for that shit anymore. And then you're not attracted to that anymore. You don't find that energy attractive. So it shifts. But it comes from within. You can't be looking for validation from other people because you're not going to get it. You're going to keep calling in people that are going to assure you of what you already believe. Tell him to go fuck himself. You see how much more respect you'll get if you talk to him like that. Julie, when I meet his mom, will she like me? Yeah, she will. Yeah. She seems like a nice lady, too. She seems kind of grounded, down to earth, stable, sincere. Julie, what's going on? What's going on in R's head about me and him? When are you going back there? I think in his head he feels like when you go back there, like everything is going to be okay. I think that kind of keeps him like sane. He may be feeling disappointed the way things are right now, but he feels like things are going to move forward. He also feels like he may be feeling a little anxious around the situation, but once you go back there, then it's like he almost feels like relief. He likes you there. He doesn't want you not to be there. So when you're not there, he feels like a little bit thrown off. Once you go back, that may be what he's looking forward to, you going back. Or you spending time there. You didn't go back yet, right? If you've already been back, then he should be feeling relief. Julie, the month of January for me. Month of January for me. Month of January looks good financially. You seem to have plenty of money coming in. You may have opportunity for travel coming in. Feeling grounded and stable financially. A disappointment has moved into the past. Life is moving forward. You may be very happy with your job. No longer feeling stuck. Growth, change, and transformation comes in. And you're feeling like very, very much like making decisions to push your career forward. You may also be back in school at that point. Or going back to school, or thinking about going back to school. Kalia, general. Cause for celebration comes in when you listen to your intuition. Got a Sagittarius coming in that may be of significance. You also have a Libra. Your perseverance pays off and you got some choices coming in. Feeling better balanced, better respected, better compensated at work, school, business, whatever you do all day. And the hard work that you put into work, school, business, whatever you do all day comes back to you. You're no longer holding yourself back. Life is moving forward. Jackson, how does Michelle S. currently feel about me? She thinks that you're attractive, creative, kind-hearted, sincere, unique, well-balanced. You have a lot of potential. She may think that you're intriguing, passionate. She seems to think a lot of you. I think she may think you're a good catch. Kelly, is Elle involved with a third party or another woman? I'm a Cancer. I don't think that this person's involved with somebody else, like physically involved with someone, but there is deceit around them, and I don't think that they're 100% honest, and I think there are other people that they talk to. I mean, talking to other people isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think that they're 100% honest. Yeah, I don't think that they're physically with somebody else, but there's some dishonesty around the situation for sure. Jay, how will my local Teamsters react when I find time to call to tell them that I haven't been paying union dues? Well, I think they'll just correct it for you. Like, it's not your fault. It's supposed to be taken out of your check. You're not, like, personally, like, avoiding paying it. I think that they're going to think that they'll have respect for you for telling them the truth. And then they'll just adjust it. They'll make some kind of an adjustment to fix it. I can't believe that they haven't fixed that by now. I mean, now it's long enough that it should have been fixed. Fred, how will the school year be with new school? There may be a mild adjustment period, but overall it looks like a new beginning with kind, caring, sincere, sensitive energy that's very well focused. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Balance comes in. Things look good. Maybe a little adjustment period, but it's no big deal. C, has R been loyal to me? Yeah, I think so. Emma, what can I expect from Phil from now on? Well, I wouldn't expect anything to change for the better quickly. It looks like he sort of holds himself back. You could get communication out of the clear blue sky, or more communication comes in out of the clear blue sky. But I wouldn't expect anything. I wouldn't expect a miracle from him because he seems like he's kind of slow and stagnant. You might feel like there's a long road ahead of you and everything is kind of stuck. You may hear from him soon, though. If you haven't heard from him in a while, that could change. Emma, should I ask Carl out? I don't think the timing is right now to ask him. No, not now. I would wait a little bit. Or either get to know him a little bit better or spend more time talking before you ask him out. Julie, was planning to go tomorrow, but I don't feel like it. He thinks I'm coming. What do the cards say about me going over there? Well, if you don't go and he thinks that you're going, he's going to be disappointed, and that's going to make him a little bit anxious. He may even feel hurt and betrayed by it, but too bad how he feels. He isn't going to say anything, though. He's the hermit. He's not going to say anything. He wants you to go there. And if you don't go, he'll feel disrespected. If you do go, he'll be prepared for it. And he'll feel, yeah, he wants you to go there. If you don't feel like it and you don't go, then don't go. That's up to you. If you don't go, he'll be upset. But that's too bad for him. He wants you to go there. He likes when you're there. He may be a dickhead while you're there, but he wants you there. Zara, you could close them. Thanks. I should be on tonight. I don't think I'm going anywhere. UAF, was I too harsh just now with my approach? No, you weren't too harsh. Nope. LM. Just want to check on my other kid. How's Kay doing today? This kid's okay too. Slow and steady wins the race. They're not doing much of anything either. They may be kind of lazy, not doing much. That's okay. Laziness is good. Sit in front of the TV and don't do anything. Yeah, I think this kid's fine too. They could have, I don't know if they have friends around or they're talking to friends, but it doesn't look, it looks like they're not doing much of anything. They may actually be alone at home doing nothing, but they could be talking to people. I don't know, text messages or whatever, but I think both kids look fine. You have to talk to him and he thinks it's because I would be paying more of the rent. He said that because I'm carrying a bigger responsibility, stresses me out more. Yeah, he feels, yeah, it's kind of hitting him in his ego that he can't do more. But you know something? You know, somebody said this to me, and it makes a lot of sense, right? 'Cause I don't like to take help from anyone. I hate it. I don't want you to hold the door open for me. I don't want you to do, I got it. And unfortunately, I think Avery's going to be like that because I can't even feed her. I mean, I have not been able to feed her in months. She'll do it herself. Anyway, somebody said this to me once, that in relationships, doesn't matter who the relationship is, there are times when one person needs to do more, and then there's times when the other person needs to do more. Like for the example that this woman gave me, she said that when she was going through a divorce, like her husband had like cleaned out the bank account. She's like, I didn't have $5 to my name. And meanwhile, like they had a business together. They closed the business down. He shut all the accounts. He took all the money. Where was she going to get money from, right? So she said that she had to take money from her parents. And she was like, I don't like taking money from anyone. I don't want to take money from my parents. And she was older. I think she was like 56 or 57. And she's like, it's not easy for me to take money from my parents or to live with my parents at my age. But what am I going to do? And she said, but you know what? Things change. And sometimes, like, they may help her financially, but then her mom got sick and she was taking care of her mom. So now she moved in there. So financially, they were helping her, but physically, she was helping her mom. So it's like, that's just how relationships are. Sometimes you need to be the friend, sometimes you need a friend. Sometimes you need to do more, sometimes you need to do less. Sometimes somebody else has to do more. You know, like that's just how it is in relationships. Like there could come a time where things could flip around, where you may only be working part-time and he may be working full-time paying all the bills. It could change. Like things don't always, they're not going to stay the same. Nothing is going to stay the same. That's one thing that we know is 100% true. Change is constant. Emily, general for the near future. Cause for celebration comes in when a wish comes true around money. You've got romance heating up. If you're with someone, great. If you're not with anyone, you have a fire sign that comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You could have a new job or business opportunity on the horizon, and a soulmate connection comes in. Things change for you for the better quickly. You also may be running into or reconnecting with an old friend from the past. Love cup is full moving forward. It looks like you got some nice stuff happening. Emma, does Carl have feelings for me? Well, I think that he cares about you as a friend, but I don't know if his feelings are that romantic at this point. Um, so. I don't know. It's not coming up strong enough for me to say yes. Other than friendship right now. More or less, what does Jay need to know? Okay, that there is a new journey on the horizon for this person. It's important for them to take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Their perseverance will pay off, and the hard work they put into something will come back to them, and that may be with this new journey. They've got the Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility coming in. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. Finances look like they're improving. Finance and business looks like it's picking up, and it also looks like the Magician is here. The ability to manifest new opportunities. Don't forget to take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, especially as things start to get busy this fall. C, is there a third party with S? I don't think so. No, there may be somebody else around this person, but I don't think it's a physical connection. Right, while I wait for the moderators, let me do a couple of people here I didn't get to. Dragon, what does the future hold for me and E? Well, cause for celebration comes in as things start to move forward. If this is a romantic connection, things could heat up pretty quickly. Things change for the better fast. Spiritually beautiful. Why does Evelyn act the way she does towards me? I don't know the way that I don't know how she's acting, but it looks like she's got a lot of negativity around the situation and a lot of anxiety. She also may be very unprepared, unprofessional, and she might feel like things are not moving forward for her fast enough, and she's taking them out on the people that are around her. Ruby, will A reach out? I don't see communication coming in right now. You might have to reach out to that person if you want to speak to them. And you, Kriti, general for the near future. Get the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Being guided by the divine to put you at the right place at the right time, where you may meet a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. That could be of significance, and you're no longer feeling stuck or holding yourself back. Passion for life. What is the Libra's feeling about me after I messaged her and her next actions? I think that she was happy to hear from you, and she may be quiet for a minute, but she does get back to you, and things should be moving forward. She's not holding herself back. She's prepared to answer, but she's answering in her own time. If you haven't heard back from her or you haven't had a real conversation, she's planning on getting back to you, but when she feels ready. She wants to make you wait. Sarah, general reading for the week. Perseverance pays off. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, feeling successful around money. It also looks like you're no longer holding yourself back, and you could be moving on to greener pastures. Looks like things move forward when you let go of negativity. You're no longer holding yourself back. There could be the opportunity for a new job opportunity that comes in this week. It would be slow and steady wins the race, but it could be a start. Mel, Aquarius, G, or M, the Scorpio. Okay, Aquarius, G. M, the Scorpio. They both look good. I would say, if you had to choose, if you had to make an absolute choice right now, I would say G, the Aquarius. But M, the Scorpio looks good too. They're close, those two. I would go with G, the Aquarius. If you don't have to make any decisions right now, keep them both around for a while. Is Adriana here? I can't remember. Full moon, what did N and the guys think and feel about me yesterday? You feel like you don't hold yourself back. You're quite successful. You have a lot of potential. You're strong, grounded, deep, and well-balanced. Rising star, what did the Virgo feel when she last saw me? She was happy to see you. She thinks you're attractive, thinks that you're smart and intelligent, and that you have a lot of potential. She left. Okay. I'll be back on tonight, probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Thank you all very much for being here, and I will see you guys tonight. Scorpio is a horn dog. He's got a sex addiction. At least he was honest. Yeah, at least he was honest. Yeah, I would definitely give the Aquarius a shot. All right, I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you very much for being here. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye. Papata, I never got a reading. All right, let me just do Papata. Will I meet her in the future? This will be my last one. You should meet this person, yeah, and it may be something that comes up quick and out of the blue. Yeah, I think that you're going to meet them. Yep. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Lil Sam, last one. Send the question. I don't want to say no to the new people, especially if they've been sitting in here for a while. Lil Sam will be the last person. Is Kay my future husband? No, I don't believe that Kay is your future husband. No, I don't think so. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys tonight. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.